He was sitting in the front row.
So what? Grab the pizza.
What, you tell me you don't know that there's a field in front of you? That you are sitting inches from the field of play and that you can't project that ball and player are going to converge in foul territory?
Guy is watching a baseball game. You have him factoring mathematical formulas while the baseball's plummeting towards his head.
Considering the fact that it's the World Series, his head should have been in the game and not pursuing a souvenir.
What grown man brings a mitt to a game?
Exactly.
You did once.
One time.
Come on. The fan didn't give up 10 runs. The fan didn't blow the double play, and the fan didn't pull the pitcher too late.
This is killing me.
I know. The fan is an accessory.
What?
He was an accessory to murder. He is a mass murderer.
Because he's killing us, and thousands like us.
Yeah, good, because all this whining about never winning is getting old.
Oh, shut up, Yankee fan. How many championships do you have? 600 or 700?
There is a sin called avarice.
Guys, at the end of the day, isn't it just a game?
Whoa.
What?
Easy. Stand down. She's just baiting us.
Okay.
Hello?
7-card stud. High, low, split pop.
And they say the ball that he caught's going to be worth a lot of money.
If he lives through the death threats.
Leave him alone in a room with me for 5 minutes. That threat becomes a promise.
You may get your wish.
What do you mean?
Someone recommended Lion Lacrosse to Kelly Robbins.
Come on.
Kelly Robbins?
The fan who interfered. Some magazine outed him. He's gonna sue.
Oh, man, please, I want in. I want in.
No. We want in, Jack.
You got it.
Yes.
Mr. Turner, what is your client's response to the indictment? Does he have a stake in force today? Mr. Turner, how is your client feeling about this
Mr. Turner, what is your response to Vince Ryan's
My client spent 15 years in loyal service to the FBI. He has never come close to aiding a foreign nation. His charges are ludicrous.
What is his relationship to the ISI?
Mr. Ryan has no relationship to Pakistani intelligence, nor has he compromised any classified information.
With 19 violations of the Federal Espionage Act, you're saying there is
The grand jury was misled. The government's allegations have absolutely no merit whatsoever. Thank you.
Mr. Turner, can you tell him? One more question.
How you doing? Did you get some sleep?
Froze.
You didn't talk to anyone, right?
Not too many opportunities in solitary.
Don't worry, Vince. We'll get you out of this. They're switching hitters. I'm gonna give them about a minute with their grandstanding.
At least it's warm in here.
He wants to make an entrance. What is this? Ali Foreman?
All rise. The Honorable Victor Akagami presiding.
Think it'll be Gatelli?
I hope so. I'd love to stick it right up his.
Well, that's not Gatelli.
No. It's Mac's fiance.
You're late.
No, I'm not.
It's 10.
My clinic hours are Tuesday, Thursday. This is Monday.
This?
Yep.
Oh.
I need a computer. The system's down for an hour at the big place.
Oh, is that what the clinic is to you? A glorified workstation?
I don't know where you get glorified. Hi. Donut?
No, thanks. Why did I think it was Tuesday?
You're off by a day.
I worked the weekend.
You need to get a life.
That's a problem. I do have a life, and I'm stuck with this one. Use my office.
He requested a security escort.
Protect him from you. Repeat after me. We are his counsel.
Repeat after me. Crime of passion.
Kelly Robbins?
Yeah?
George Riley.
Nice
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Go ahead.
This is Jeff Feynman.
Hey.
Okay, we're going this way. So we're just gonna head over to the conference room. How was your flight?
Not bad. After the bomb scare.
Oh, well, you're amongst friends. Mr. Robbins?
I know you from somewhere.
The other side of the bathroom door, I was the guy knocking on it for 2 years.
I'll catch up.
I didn't even know you were back. How was Denver?
Better than Atlanta. I was ready to come home.
Justice took you back.
A USA.
Congratulations.
And congratulations on making managing partner. I'd like to say stranger things have happened. I just can't think of any.
Being at the right place at the right time and the old one falling out of a 12-story window.
Yeah, I heard.
Let's talk about you. Putting my client in solitary confinement without a bond or a blanket.
Is he ready to plead?
Why would he? He hasn't done anything wrong.
He put classified documents in the hands of Pakistani intelligence. No jury's gonna sympathize with that.
I don't need sympathy.
That's right, you're all about the doubt.
How long has it been? A year?
17 months.
We should talk.
Only if it's about a deal.
Then no.
Bye. Nice to see you.
You too?
So you filed the lawsuit against the magazine?
Yeah.
What happened to your lawyer?
He quit.
Can I ask why?
He felt that having me as a client and the coral snake in his glove compartment were somehow related.
Okay. The suit names One Star Communications.
Yeah, they own the magazine.
And you filed for $1 million in damages, is that right?
I've had to put my family in a hotel. I mean, I've been asked to take an unpaid leave of absence from my job. My son has been harassed like you wouldn't believe.
What are you gonna do with the ball? I heard you offered a lot of money.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not in this for the money. It's not about money. If it seems too high, you can cut it. I don't care. I just want to punish the magazine for printing my name and address and putting my family in danger.
What were you thinking?
About what?
What he means is, when the ball was in the air, you're seated along the right field line, what were you thinking?
Well, at first I thought it was going to be extra bases. And then the ball started twisting.
Right.
Then I thought I better put down my beer, because those things are like $6 a piece. And then the ball was coming right at me.
Did you ever think of the field of play? About the fact that you were in the front row and maybe, just maybe, the right fielder might catch it?
No. I was thinking that if I caught that ball, that my son would think that I hung the moon. But instead, I cost my team the series. Team I have loved my entire life. I will now forever be linked with them in infamy.
As you know, the magazine has filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit.
Yeah, well, I am here in the hopes that you can convince the judge to do otherwise, because my life has become a living hell, Mr. Riley.
You rang?
I did. Come in.
I'm honored, Jack. Not many days I take the elevator this high. Was that your little Jennifer Matthews on the news?
Yeah, it was.
All grown up.
And working for the man against my client.
I thought the management committee was planning to nix the spy case.
They were. Changed plans.
Must be nice to be sheriff.
Vince Ryan. He's getting the shaft. The grand jury indicted him for espionage based on classified testimony.
Been there, Jack. Headed the Cahoon case in '98. Same thing. He was a good agent. The FBI left him blowing in the wind.
Do you still have your contacts at the Bureau?
I might.
Want to share them?
With?
You know, this firm has a radical concept. defending our clients to the best of our collective ability.
I did make some inquiries into Ryan, just in passing.
And it's your impression he didn't do it?
It is my impression. Yet it's not my case.
You wouldn't want to speculate.
Again, it's not my case.
You know, when you decide you want to work in tandem with the rest of us, why don't you give me a call?
Look, Jack, I'm not trying to be insubordinate. Just trying not to overstep my bounds. But if you are seeking direction, I would look toward Ryan's love life.
Any reason?
Tends to be where we find our greatest weakness.
Charlie.
Hey, Vyman.
Where the hell have you been, man? I've been this close to worrying about you.
I hit a little bump in the road.
Well, tell me.
Not now.
Okay, now you're freaking me out a little bit.
I want you to give something to Britt for me. Tell her it's from Charlie.
Nah, that's between you two.
Just leave it on her desk.
Well, what's going on? Are you okay? Charlie? You have a number?
I'm still working on that blanket.
Oh, I can't believe I'm in the United States of America. I need a lawyer to get a... What the hell are they doing to me? I didn't copy any documents. I didn't give anything to anybody. I mean, you find out where they're getting this crap?
I'm still trying to get clearance to read your file. I can't dispute the charges without it.
See, that's how they're gonna screw me. They just stamp everything top secret, and that way you don't get access to it.
I don't need their cooperation to know that anytime classified documents end up in the wrong hands, someone's taking a fall.
Yeah, I'm the sacrificial lamb.
Better you than the director.
Look, what we need is some ambitious prosecutor looking to make a name, and I'm looking at life. Or worse. I mean, this Jennifer Matthews, she one of those?
She's got some career goals, yeah.
Well, maybe she should recuse herself due to your past relationship.
No, our relationship is and has been entirely over. What about your love life?
What about it?
You're not married.
I had a girlfriend. We broke up a couple of months before this all started. I mean, I haven't seen her since.
What's her name?
Sandra.
What does she do?
Manages an art gallery.
I'd like to talk to her. What's
Jack, she doesn't have anything to do with this.
Her address is classified?
No.
Well, you better tell me, because I don't have that much else to go on right now.
Please. Okay, thank you.
Hi.
Hey, where's your baseball fan?
At an undisclosed location.
He is going to fry.
We're trying to catch a foul ball?
My grandfather has 8 months left to live. All he wanted was to see his club win once in his lifetime, and your client deprived him of that.
He didn't play in the game.
Going to fry.
What the...
Kathy!
Files from the firm on the way to the warehouse by way of your office.
Call someone and tell them no. How am I supposed to get through here?
I could put a piece of cheese on your chair and then we'll place bets.
Sandra?
Yes.
Is this a bad time? I could come back later.
No, not at all. What do you think of this piece?
It's exquisite form for a bong. I represent Vince Ryan.
Yes. Do I need a lawyer here?
I just want to ask you some questions about your relationship.
Well, there's not much to know. It's never serious. We went to parties on a few trips. We had some fun.
Why'd you break it off?
He was inconsistent.
Inconsistent?
Yeah, he'd leave for days without notice, sometimes weeks. He'd take random calls, take 2-hour drives at midnight. He changed his cell phone number once a week.
He was an FBI agent.
Once, I saw him packing files in a suitcase before a business trip. He brought the suitcase back almost empty. That's when I started to put it together.
Put what together?
He's a spy.
And did you tell anyone this?
They started following him everywhere he went.
Who did you tell?
It's time for you to go.
Did they grant you immunity?
Did the AUS... Did Jennifer Matthews grant you immunity for your testimony?
She told them that? Well, you know she's lying, right?
She knew what you were doing and left when you started getting tailed.
Wait, you believe her? Or you don't know what to believe? Jack, I don't know why she's doing this.
Maybe she's the one who should be here instead of you. You ever considered that?
You ever fall in love with a woman that was wrong for you?
Yeah. Something like that.
Are they protecting her?
I don't know yet. But if they are, we'll know she has something to hide.
Where's the rest?
Jack.
I told him you were swamped.
Well, you'll have to walk with me. I have a meeting.
I sent my request for the Ryan file over here a week ago.
You understand there are issues of national security. We can't present top secret information in open court.
What about Sandra Priven? You presenting her in open court?
You'll know soon enough.
You interested in justice or you just playing meet the press?
Are you questioning my priorities?
Here we go.
Because the last I checked, Jennifer Matthews was behind crackheads and softball practice on the Turner to-do list.
Did I leave you on vacation in the Bahamas in the middle of a game of hearts to go on a job interview?
A job that was important to me like yours is to you.
The timing could have been better.
Timing wasn't all mine. You weren't ready.
For marriage? Go ahead, say it.
I didn't want to scare you.
It's been 17 months. I've made a lot of progress. Sandra Priven.
She's been granted immunity.
What's her proffer?
You know I can't tell you that. I have to go.
Under the law, the public disclosure of facts, like his name and address, would have to be offensive or objectionable to the reasonable person.
Come on, it's the kind of information that's published in a phone book or public records. It's already been disclosed publicly. What's the big deal?
Magazines should use you as their counsel.
I'm just arguing the other side.
Yeah, quite passionately.
I have some sense of passion on the subject, yes.
Check it at the door. He's a client.
It's a curse.
What?
Nothing.
You actually think this has to do with a curse?
I have scientific fact to back it up.
Black cats and ghosts?
All I'm saying is the team has not won in years. Fact.
Moving on.
No. Tomorrow's Times will print a story that our true blue loyal baseball fan used a gambling website in his home state of Delaware to wager $1,000 on Game 7.
So our guy likes a little action.
Kelly Robbins bet against his team.
What?
Forget curses, now we're talking conspiracies.
Just listen to me.
Was it true?
Well, if you just let
Did you bet on the other team to win the game?
Yes.
Great.
Oh, come on. You guys really think that I would have the foresight to know exactly where to sit to interfere with a fly ball so I can win a bet?
No, I just think that there are inconsistencies in your character.
And what does that have to do with me punishing the magazine for printing my name?
Because we're trying to portray you as the victim.
Well, you don't have to, because I already am.
While the other side will paint you as an opportunist. Someone who's always looking for a chance to make a quick buck.
Loyal fan, bets against his own team, loving father, or gambler. Not about the money, all about the money. It's a little unsettling for a jury, if we ever get that far.
It's called misery insurance.
Excuse me?
Misery insurance.
Misery insurance?
Yeah, I bet on the other teams that in case my guys lose, you know, the pain and the misery
Is offset by winning money.
Exactly.
Okay, that's the most insane thing I've ever heard.
That's because you don't know misery. The Yankee fan.
Oh, okay.
I read somewhere where the ball is now valued at more than $100 grand.
Yeah, I guess.
Where is it?
In a safe place. Guys, I would trade $1 million to go back to last Monday morning. I would trade all of this to go back to being Kelly Robbins, the unknown real estate appraiser, instead of Kelly Robbins, the living curse. And you guys came recommended?
Mr. Robbins.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey. Do you have a second?
Yeah. Actually, I have to get back to the clinic. Walk with me.
Yeah.
I'll call you, let you know.
I've been meaning to ask you about the Summer Associates program.
Yeah, what about it?
Didn't you run it one year?
Yeah, in 1990. Were you thinking about doing it?
Maybe. You wouldn't recommend it?
Weren't you a summer associate?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, well, things can get crazy.
Yeah, I've heard stories. Wasn't 90 the year that guy died?
Yeah, Sean Waters. I recruited him. He was a bright guy, just liked to party too much.
How'd he die?
Booze and coke. Technically, he drowned.
Sad.
Yeah, Jack was devastated. He'd taken the kid under his wing.
Wasn't Willow Peterson an associate that year?
You know Willow Peterson.
No.
Why are you so up on the class of 90?
I've just heard Grant talk about it, that's all.
Are you and Grant?
No.
Well, Grant dated Willow for a year, and then Jack started seeing her. That went over well.
I have something for you.
First round of Ryan files, and you're delivering them personally.
Trying to save the government some money. And see that look on your face.
A barcode reads better.
Sorry, it's all you get unless the court orders otherwise. I've also filed a motion to have pretrial hearings kept closed.
Jennifer, why'd you come here? To wreak havoc on my concentration?
You really believe he's innocent?
What makes you think he isn't? His sterling credentials, the fact that he's passed 4 polygraphs.
You don't understand all the circumstances.
I understand Vince Ryan loves his country, loves his job, loves the wrong woman, but that's treason. The way you conduct this trial is just as important as the outcome.
This is not about me running for office.
I think it is.
Jack, worry about you turning into your father, not me.
Don't worry, the thoughts occurred to me.
Then save it for therapy.
Wait.
I have a dinner.
Working your way down the roster to the next senator's son?
It's one of the biggest news stories of the year, Your Honor.
That doesn't entitle the magazine to ruin a man's life or his son's.
No one forced Kelly Robbins to go to that game, bring his son, or catch that foul ball. A ball, by the way, that is now worth $100 grand thanks to media interest.
That's irrelevant. He went to the game as a fan and a father to watch his beloved team. He didn't intend to leave it as the nation's biggest goat.
He bought a front row seat to a nationally televised game. I guarantee you there is not a baseball fan in this country that doesn't want to catch a foul ball and make SportsCenter. Kelly Robbins got his wish.
His name. His son's name, where he lived, where he worked. They weren't flashed across the television screen when he caught that ball. They were printed in the pages of your magazine, and you can't abdicate responsibility for the harm you've caused.
Harm?
He's had to take a leave of absence from work, Your Honor. His house was vandalized. His son has been harassed at school.
Right, emotional distress. Let's get real, Your Honor. This is about money.
This is about damages.
Sell the ball at auction, he'll start feeling better real fast. We published a newsworthy story. Everyone in this room who's heard of the First Amendment, please raise your hand.
You printed those facts without regard to how those facts would ruin my client's life. I don't believe the First Amendment was intended to protect that, Your Honor.
I agree. And I think a jury may as well. I'm denying your motion to dismiss Mr. Robbins' lawsuit. Even though your client took 10 years off my life, Mr. Riley.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
They can still do it. They're throwing their best pitcher.
You in?
Yeah.
I need to talk to you.
All right, fine. I'll go you for 20.
Okay.
Did you watch the game?
Your source at the FBI?
Yeah.
Where are we with that?
We keep missing each other on the phone.
This isn't about me. This isn't about you. This isn't about who's managing partner. This is about a man whose life is at stake. A man in prison, a man who could be executed. Now, I don't care if you have to flash the bat signal into the sky. Find your source. I want answers. They hanging this whole thing on Sandra Priven?
Without her, they got nothing.
Well, thanks for sharing.
Listen, I don't...
No, you listen. Deal with this now. I sign your checks. Now spill it.
They're planning on going public with their testimony at the hearing, but not about her international connections and not about her criminal record. You might want to take a look at this.
Restraining order?
Filed by a Leonard Weaver. I don't know what it means, but they don't want you to see that. He didn't sign a statement, but look at his work address.
J. Edgar Hoover Building.
G-men must really turn her on.
Where can I find Leonard Weaver?
Well, hell, Jack, I don't know. I imagine at least 500 yards away from Sandra Priven.
I want Leonard Weaver here, upstairs, waiting for me at 5 o'clock.
Grant,
Not now.
I was looking for the right time.
It's not now.
I think it is. I found something.
God?
It's not a Bible. It's a journal. Daniel Barrington's journal.
The old man kept a diary? That's interesting.
Not really. Memoirs of a crusty old lawyer on his way to retirement, as if anybody cares.
What happened to the entry the day before he died?
He didn't get that far. But take a look at this.
I thought you said there wasn't anything interesting.
Depends on what you're looking for.
JT payoff to WPL. Well, that doesn't sound like...
Kosher?
Britt, I've always admired your loyalty to this firm, but you are not required to participate in any type of cover-up. Wouldn't be right.
No, it wouldn't.
If I stumbled across something like this, I'd want to get it off my chest.
What would you do?
I'd do the right thing. Britt, you don't have a choice.
Thank you, Mr. Weaver, for your cooperation.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Of course. You still FBI?
Less than a year from retirement. 10 months.
Been questioned recently?
What do you want, Mr. Turner?
I want to talk to you about the restraining order you filed against Sandra Priven.
It was a long time ago.
And you were still married to Laura?
Yeah. Sandra had the wrong idea.
Why'd you break it off? We can do this in court, if you prefer.
I caught her copying a map. It should have been meaningless to her.
Where'd she get it?
I saw her during the day at her house. It was unclassified. I had it with me. It wasn't important. But the fact that she was interested in my work at all, it was a wake-up call.
Did you tell anyone?
No one had to know about it. Laura still doesn't.
Mr. Weaver, Vince Ryan is sitting in solitary confinement right now.
What do you want me to do about it?
Your testimony would show that Sandra has a pattern, that she's the one they're looking for, not Vince. You need to come forward now.
It's not going to happen. The FBI will never let me up on that stand. It would destroy their case.
A man's life is at stake, a man who could have been you.
I'm 10 months from retirement. Distinguished Service, Federal Bureau of Investigation. I have devoted my career, my heart, and my soul to this.
If he's sentenced to death, you'll be responsible.
Do you know what I'm going to do if I'm subpoenaed? I swear, I will take this gun and blow my brains out. I would rather do that than spend the rest of my life knowing that I embarrassed the Bureau and humiliated my wife. Then who's responsible?
Jack.
I found Leonard Weaver.
Who?
Leonard Weaver is Vince Ryan 10 years ago, but he got away from her.
You're sure about this?
Yes, I spoke to him myself.
His name isn't in the file?
Because if it was, a 2-year investigation into Vince Ryan goes down the tubes.
I don't have a choice, Jack.
Look, I know you're under a lot of pressure. Somebody has to take the fall, and you didn't pick Vince Ryan.
The department is not throwing out this case.
Sandra's the trophy catcher, Jen. She is the big fish, and she's done it more than once. Leonard Weaver is the proof.
Then call him to the stand and let him tell his story.
I wish I could, but that is not an option.
My hands are tied, Jack. Sandra Priven can't be prosecuted.
What if she flees the country?
Then she wouldn't be holding up her end of the deal.
And you could arrest her.
She isn't going anywhere. There's no reason for her to go.
Give me 10 minutes. I'll give her a reason.
Jack, that's not gonna work.
I know what this could cost you. But if you trust me, we can both win.
I'll give you 10 minutes, Mr. Turner, but it's a waste of your time. I've got nothing more to say.
That's fine. Leonard Weaver's giving me as much help as I need. You do remember him, don't you? 1991, you're bored with your husband. You meet Weaver at a cop bar. First time you have sex is the hotel by the Key Bridge.
Leonard Weaver is a pathetic man.
Who barred you from coming within 500 yards?
He has nothing to do with this.
He's agreed to testify otherwise. Isn't it funny that all your dates are double agents?
It doesn't matter what you know. I have immunity. There's nothing you can do. And the FBI couldn't care less what Leonard Weaver has to say.
It won't be up to the FBI, it'll be up to a judge. And when Leonard Weaver takes the stand, it'll be up to the Pakistani ISI. That is who you work for, right? I wonder what their policy is towards compromised informants. Maybe they'll be lenient.
Riley just called. He got the motion denied. Your lawsuit moves forward. It's okay. You can be happy about that.
You don't get it, do you?
What's that?
This isn't about a windfall. I mean, when are you going to believe that?
What do you care what I think?
I don't. I care what everyone thinks.
We need one more bat. Another pitcher wouldn't hurt.
Vlad's available.
Oh, man. Yeah. We're almost there.
A good leadoff man would help so much.
You're so right.
Speed. Yeah.
Where is she?
I don't
care. It feels good in here.
All rise. The Honorable Victor Akagami presiding.
Let the record show that this courtroom is now closed.
Thought you ran out on me again.
I considered it.
Sidebar already, counselors?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, let's begin. In the case of the United States versus Vincent Ryan, counsel?
Jennifer Matthews for the United States, Your Honor.
John Turner for Mr. Ryan.
You filed a motion for discovery.
Your Honor, the circumstances of this case prohibit the disclosure of relevant documents. I can't represent my client without access to the classified material.
Well, look around, Mr. Turner. We're all being denied access to an open court. My secretary was denied access to her office this morning. It appears that the government has a compelling interest to preserve national security in this matter.
My client's entitled to a fair trial. Either the evidence comes into court or the charges are dropped. The government has a choice.
Ms. Matthews, have you carefully addressed Mr. Turner's requests?
Yes, Your Honor, and the government's position has not changed. However, the government's main witness, Sandra Priven, is no longer available to testify.
What's the problem?
Apparently she's left the country, Your Honor. She will no longer be testifying against Mr. Ryan.
Your Honor, in light of these circumstances, I'm going to file a motion for dismissal and move that my client be released on his own recognizance.
Done.
This is the last thing in the world I thought would happen today.
It's happening.
You know what?
What?
Really hot. Hey.
Sorry I'm late. Britt Hanley. Thank you so much for meeting me on such short notice.
The pleasure is obviously mine. Drink?
Thank you. Gin and tonic with a twist.
It's nice to have someone from your firm call me for once.
You can ask me anything. I've been with the firm for 26 years.
Oh, you don't need to tell me. I know all about you, Miss Hanley.
Do you now?
What is this?
It's a page from a journal or a daytimer. The handwriting is unmistakably Dan Barrington's.
Where did you get it?
It was left on my desk anonymously. Of course, you were the first person I thought to call. Look at the second line.
JT Payoff, WPL. What's WPL?
You're the dick. I was considering the possibilities for JT.
Are you implying that Jack Turner had something to do with Barrington's death?
Thanks, Neil.
to talk about Vince Ryan.
What do you want to talk about?
My garlic press.
You mean my garlic press?
I want it back. There's some things a woman can't live without.
Oh, maybe we could talk about visitation.
Sandra Priven was caught changing planes in Barcelona. There goes my big moment in the spotlight.
Are you okay with it?
Yeah.
You really made me suffer in front of Judge Akagami.
It was entertaining. My goal was perspiration.
I don't perspire.
Yeah. That's right, you sweat.
And I wasn't going to do that. Because I was going to win.
You were not. The judge had absolutely no sympathy for you. Pity, maybe.
That's because he hadn't heard my riveting oratory.
Oh. You can talk anyone into anything, is that it?
Yeah. You want to hear it?
No.
I apologize once again, I'm not in love. But it's not as if I'm not your heart ain't exactly breaking. No. But if my life is for